Hey guys, it's Bobby. Thanks for tuning in this week for the Media Bites. This week on the show, America's Next Top Model is being sued by a musician for illegal use of his music. A controversial conservative filmmaker doesn't think that the media gets him, and DMX apparently has never seen a computer before. But first, and this is a big one, the trust of the media and press in the public eye has hit an all-time low. A new poll out from Gallup shows that American faith in the media has reached a record low this week. 60% of Americans expressed either not very much or no faith at all in the media, compared to 40% who said they had either a great deal or a fair amount of faith in the media to report on stories accurately. When Gallup began asking the question regularly in the 1990s, only 46% said they had little faith in the media, compared to 53% who said they trusted most reporting. Faith in the media has been steadily declining over the last decade. Interestingly, the decline in trust in the media is driven primarily by independents and Republicans, according to Gallup. Only 31% of independents and 26% of Republicans expressed trust in the media. 56% of Democrats, meanwhile, said that they still had some measure of faith in reporting. Fascinatingly, though, despite their lack of trust in the media, Republicans are paying the closest attention to reporting about the 2012 election cycle. 44% of Republicans and 39% of Democrats said that they are following the news closely. Only 33% of independents said the same. Delray Richardson, an R&B artist, is suing CBS Studios for allegedly stealing his songs for use on the CW reality show America's Next Top Model. According to a lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court in California, at least 15 of Richardson's recordings have been broadcast on multiple occasions without license or payment. Richardson and Zion Records are looking for an injunction and unspecified damages. In this particular case, when Richardson watched America's Next Top Model, he heard music that sounded pretty familiar. To prevail in a copyright case, though, he'll have to beat the tough test that judges impose for infringement. Besides copyright infringement, Richardson is also suing for fraud, unjust enrichment, and negligent representation. Frustrated conservative filmmaker Dinesh D'Souza called out a slew of reporters for bias and cowardice because he claims they have ignored his film, 2016 Obama's America, despite the film's ranking as the top documentary this year. Watch what he had to say in this clip pulled off YouTube.
You look at MSNBC, you could watch that channel and you wouldn't even know we have a film out. I mean, unless you saw a commercial that we're running for our film. You look at, Lawrence O'Donnell, you look at Rachel Maddow, you look at Chris Matthews. I mean, look at those cowards. I mean, they're trying to pretend that there's no film, there's no argument, there's no incriminating information, there's no Obama talking, there's no George Obama who's living in the slums of Haruma in a hut while his millionaire brother in the White House won't help him. So they're just hoping all of this will just go away, but it's not going to.
So you haven't been invited on MSNBC to the movies?
I would love to go on MSNBC and cross swords with those guys, but I just think they're all hiding under their desk.
Quote, I would love to go on MSNBC and cross swords with those guys, but I just think they are all hiding under their desk. Interesting quote, and what is it with Republicans and this weird dick imagery? Here's one you don't see every day. Lynyrd Skynyrd's Gary Rossington, the last surviving member of the band, recently told CNN that the band, recognizing the Confederate flag's offensive and racist undertones, will cease using the flag as a stage decoration at concerts supporting its new album, Last of a Dying Breed. Rossington told CNN, quote, through the years, people like the KKK and skinheads kind of kidnapped the Dixie or Southern flag from its tradition and the heritage of the soldiers. That's what it was about. We didn't want that to go to our fans or show the image like we agreed with any of the race stuff or any of the bad things. In an era of globalized and inclusive pop music, the fact that Lynyrd Skynyrd can adapt to changing attitudes about race and art is pretty heartening. Or is it too little too late? For what it's worth, a lot of their traditional old school fans are very upset with the change. We'll see if it has any impact on their record sales. No one wants to come across like a twitchy, drugged-up, crazy person on television, right? Well, that's basically what we got from Dina Lohan on Dr. Phil last week. According to TMZ, though, Dina knows she was a hot mess on the show, and she wants to clear her name. Dina says she was in an extremely emotional state during the interview and came off as flustered and confused. You think? For example, she says she was taken off guard by questions about Lindsay Lohan's drug habits and her ex-husband Michael Lohan's alleged abuse, which brings the question, how could she think Dr. Phil wouldn't ask her about those things? Regarding her second chance, TMZ says she has already reached out to Dr. Phil about getting, well, a second chance. Whether she was drunk or sober, Dina's interview was supremely compelling television, and while Dr. Phil hasn't yet invited her back onto the show, he'd be kind of crazy not to, right? Oh, and he wants to help her heal and whatever. Finally this week, it appears DMX has never seen a computer before in his life. Watch.
Spell your name.
I'm my grandmother.
You know how to do it. I know you can do this.
So,
It's already
right.
in there. You just start typing in DMX.
Right. And all right. So what I do?
Now you hit enter.
All right. Okay.
That's
So
it.
what's the thing though? You're supposed to move around the thing. What's this?
No, this is a laptop, so you have a trackpad. So you just
Oh.
touch it right here.
Oh. Why does it do a line like that? So now I do hand and a little arrow like it's two different things.
Just scroll down.
Yeah, but listen,
So that's
look,
your
it's an
Wikipedia
arrow.
page.
and then
That's
it's
the
a-
arrow.
And then it's a hand.
It
then
just
it's a line.
changes. It's
Why?
the same.
Why?
I don't know.
See, it's
I just-
confusing. If it don't make sense, like I can't. And I see the music, and in the middle of it, it'll stop and do the circle. You mean?
Oh, when it's like freezing.
Yeah, like I don't have patience for like that. Like.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. That's it for the Media Bites this week. If you want to sound off on anything we covered on the show, let us know. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter, /The Media Bites. We'll be live Friday with another brand new podcast and a whole lot more that you can only get on themediabites.com. Until then, hey, I'm Bobby DeMuro and I'm out of time. We'll see you guys next week.